on this 2010 to 2015 Honda Civic with the 1.8 P0966 points us toward the /T clutch pressure control solenoid valve B circuit. In plain terms, the PCM may be seeing an open or short in the electrical side of that solenoid control. The car may shift harshly, go into a protective strategy, or simply store the code with a transmission warning. Broadly, think possible solenoid circuit trouble, connector or terminal issues, ground trouble, linear B wire trouble, or PCM control issues. Before you troubleshoot, save all freeze data and any onboard snapshot with the HDS. Also, for this code path, treat this as an electrical circuit problem, not a mechanical problem inside the transmission. Start by turning the ignition switch to on Roman 2. Clear the DTC with the HDS, start the engine, and wait for at least 1 second. Then check pending and confirmed DTCs with the HDS. If P0966 comes right back, the failure is duplicated and you move straight into the solenoid circuit checks. If it does not come back, use the HDS to run the /T clutch pressure control solenoid valve B operation check from the miscellaneous test menu. During the solenoid operation check, if the HDS shows normal, the solenoid passes that functional check, so keep going and try to duplicate the code under command. In the clutch pressure control solenoid valve control menu, command /T clutch pressure control solenoid valve B at 1.0A, then watch the OBD status for P0966 in the DTC menu. If the status shows failed, the failure is duplicated and you continue with circuit testing. If it shows passed, treat it as intermittent for now. The system is okay at this time, so inspect for poor connections or loose terminals between the solenoid valve and the PCM. If it shows not completed, run the drive again until the monitor completes. Once the failure is duplicated, or if the solenoid operation check does not show normal, turn the ignition switch to lock 0. Disconnect the /T clutch pressure control solenoid valve B2P connector. Measure resistance between connector No. 1 and connector No. 2 across the GND and linear B sides of the solenoid. The expected resistance is 5.063 ohms. If the measurement is in that range, the solenoid itself is okay and you move on to the ground circuit. If it is not in that range, replace /T clutch pressure control solenoid valve B, then verify the repair. With the ignition still at lock 0 and the solenoid 2P connector disconnected, check continuity on the ground side. Check from /T clutch pressure control solenoid valve B connector No. 1, the BLK wire, to body ground. If you have continuity, the ground wire is okay and you continue to the linear B short to ground check. If you do not have continuity, repair the open in the ground wire between the solenoid and ground G101, or repair the poor ground at G101. Then verify the repair. Next, keep the ignition at lock 0. Jump the SCS line with the HDS, then disconnect PCM connector B, the 49P connector. With the solenoid connector still disconnected, check continuity from /T clutch pressure control solenoid valve B connector No. 2, the BRN wire, to body ground. If there is continuity, the linear B wire is shorted to ground between the solenoid and the PCM. Repair that short. Then verify the repair. If there is no continuity, the linear B wire is not shorted, so continue to the open circuit check. Now check continuity through the linear B wire itself. With the ignition at lock 0, the solenoid 2P connector disconnected, and PCM connector B disconnected, check from /T clutch pressure control solenoid valve B connector No. 2, the BRN wire, to PCM connector B49P terminal No. 8, also BRN. If there is no continuity, repair the open in the linear B wire between the solenoid and the PCM. Then verify the repair. If there is continuity, the linear B wire is okay. At that point, update the PCM if it does not have the latest software, or substitute a known good PCM. Then move into repair verification. For verification, reconnect all connectors. Turn the ignition switch to on Roman 2, clear the DTC with the HDS, start the engine and wait for at least 1 second. Then monitor the OBD status for P0966 in the DTC menu. If the HDS shows passed, troubleshooting is complete. If a known good PCM was substituted, replace the original PCM. After that, check for other DTCs. If any other pending or confirmed codes are present, check what they mean next. If the HDS shows failed, go back to the beginning and recheck the path. If the PCM was updated, substitute a known good PCM and check OBD status again. If the HDS shows not completed, meet the test condition and check OBD status again. The key on P0966 is to prove whether the fault is current, then separate the solenoid, ground, linear B wiring and PCM control side without guessing. Keep the verification steps separate and let the OBD status tell you whether the repair actually held. For more diagnostic training, visit Diagnostics.com.